Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Oh, good morning, third grade. My name is Mrs. Nix, and I am so excited to see you here as I'm able to support you to become amazing thinkers, readers, and writers. I was just putting back my activity book, and it kind of caught me. You want an activity book too? Do you remember how to get it? It's super easy. All you have to do is write me a letter or share some of your writing that you've been working on this week and send it to the address that's right here on your screen, down here to PBS, and then if you include your email or your mailing address, I'll pop one of these in the mail for you, and you can have an activity book. There's stickers, mazes, word searches, all sorts of fun activities. All right, so good morning and happy Thursday. It's great to see you back here at our PBS classroom, ready to learn. I want to talk to you about a couple of different things. So I'm always looking for an amazing book to share with you. So this particular one is Goonie Bird Green, and she is quite a character. If you like silly characters who love to be the center of attention, she's got quite the personality. She's wearing her pajamas with cowboy boots to her classroom. Oh my goodness. And then you're going to learn a plethora of new vocabulary as you read, because she loves learning about new words, just like you and I like to do, right? Okay, if you're interested in checking out a book like this, you can go down to your local library, or you can even just go online and check it out with Sora. Now, with Sora, we've got a great little friendly competition that's happening here in Fresno Unified. We like to encourage all of our students at home to check out those books on Sora, and then we're keeping track of who our top checking out schools are in the district. So we've got Baird, Bullard, Viking, and in the number 2 slot from this last week is Calwa Elementary. So go Eagles. Good job, you guys. Way to be checking out those books. The more you read, the smarter you're going to get, right? Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to do today. Today, we're going to go through, we're going to warm up our brains with those high frequency words. We're going to be looking at some noun practice, common and proper nouns, and then we're going to dive into some editing with our explanatory essay that we've been writing all week. Are you ready to start? Okay, we're going to do those high frequency words. Now remember, these are a review of the last few weeks, so we've seen and practiced all of these, and so this is just that second opportunity for you to stop and think to yourself, do I really know how to read and write, spelling correctly, all of these words? So if you see one today that you go, I need to practice that one a little bit, that's okay. You're responsible for your learning success. Jot it down and practice it. That's what it's all about. Okay, let's go through and read it. And I bet you guys would be able to read them a little faster than me because you're doing an outstanding job. Let's do it. Got, green, had, has, have, grow, hold, hot, hurt, how. Did you read all of those just perfectly without making any mistakes? And you read it faster than me? Guys are doing great, I'm telling you. I'm so proud of you. All right, today let's go through and let's talk about common and proper nouns. It seemed like it was a really perfect opportunity for us to visit this because today we're going to talk about editing. And it's really important when we're looking at some of these, and I'm going to just pull some of these off. I'm going to pull a couple of random ones off because I think it's important for us to know the difference. So common nouns are just those nouns that we see that they're not real specific to anything. We don't do anything special to them. So you can see like teacher and city and holiday and girl, those are all just common nouns. Now, a proper noun actually gives it a name. So if I were to do a proper noun for a teacher, well, who's your teacher? You can say it. Okay, good. That's awesome. So because there were so many answers, I went with just myself right here. But if I were going to write my own name, I would write Mrs. Nix. And I would make sure that it had a capital letter because that's my name. Just like if you were to say your name, you'd want to make sure you have a capital letter. Now, we talked about city, and where do we live? We live in Fresno. And do you notice that that has a capital? Absolutely. So whenever you give a specific name to something, that's when it becomes a proper noun. So if you live in Selma or Sanger or Clovis or Reedley, you would make sure that your city name is capitalized. How about holiday? Can you think of a proper name for a holiday? What did we just have a couple of weeks ago? That's right, Halloween. Well, what's coming up in just a couple of weeks? You got it. It's going to be Thanksgiving, so I'm going to put that one up here, just right here. Capital T, because it's a proper noun. Now, a girl's name, I have a friend named Ariane, and so I put her name right there so we could see it. I'm going to go backwards on you. Here's California. Do you know where California is? Is that a city? No, what is it? It's a state. You got it right here. So if this is the proper noun, this is our common noun. Okay, so when we go through and we're looking at words where we have proper nouns, so the store only closes on New Year's Day, we would want to make sure that we capitalize all of the words that are part of that proper noun. It's important that we have that because today we're going to be talking about editing. Okay, what are we going to be editing? We've been talking about this explanatory essay all week long, and let's talk about it. An explanatory essay. It introduces a topic and shares information about it. You can see here it uses paragraphs to give facts, definitions, and details. It's not a story that we're just sharing. It's a truthful story or a truthful text. It uses linking words that connect ideas, and it has a concluding statement or section to it. Now, like I said, today we're working on editing, but let's talk about that writing process because this is what we've been working on all week. So the writing process has many steps. Plan, draft, revise, edit, publish, all of those are part of the writing process. Some of these pieces may go really fast, and some of them may take a long time. It just depends on where you are. So don't feel like you have to do one thing every day. You might be able to get through several steps in a day, and maybe other steps, I'm thinking specifically revise, could take a couple of days to get through that. Because once you revise it, it might make you think of something else that you'd like to add. And is that okay? Absolutely. But at this point, we're to the editing section. So when we edit, we're proofreading and editing. We're correcting mistakes in spelling, punctuation, capitalization, and grammar. Now, some of you might say, well, I'm just going to type it in my online spell checker will just check it all for me. I want to give you a little word of caution. It may not recognize wrong words such as there, T-H-E-R-E, when you meant to write T-H-E-Y''re. A spell checker is going to recognize that the words are spelled correctly, but you had the wrong word in there. So make sure that you are cognizant of that and you're thinking about that as you are checking your writing. You know what's really helpful is to have somebody else check your writing, right? Have you ever had an adult or maybe a sibling or a classmate go through and check it? I've got a checklist that can help you with that because that's the next step here. We talk about a peer review and we're going to talk about our editing checklist. And then it's time for you to go through and edit your draft. Make sure you fix all of your errors because then you'll be ready to do that final draft. So let's look through at what it is today that we were working on. So we have in front of us a couple of different, got my pen right here, a couple of different checklists. Yesterday, we kind of skipped this part, so I want to just bring it to the forefront. But you can go through a revision checklist, so you can talk about all the pieces, because this is more big picture. Do you have all the clear ideas? Are you using your text structure consistently? A strong concluding statement. So all of those things went with yesterday. Today, we're going to focus here on the editing checklist. So do all of the sentences begin with a capital letter and end with a punctuation mark? Are there any fragments or run-ons? What about those singular and plural possessives that we've been practicing? Proper nouns, are those capitalized? So this is a great tool to use as you go through and edit your writing. Now this is our writing that we were looking at yesterday, and what you're going to see, all the green, remember that's our revision, so big picture type stuff. And as we were going through, I was talking with Tony, we're talking about how to fix some of the things, some of the errors. We came across favorite was misspelled, so we went through and we fixed that. We know that we don't need the word at when we're talking about it. But I'm going to start here on my second paragraph and just kind of read it, and you help me find some of the errors. All right, remember we're looking for capitals, periods. All right, each year though, the courts get more damaged and dangerous. Oh, dangerous is spelled wrong. Okay, so I'm just going to cross off the J, and I'm going to put a G right there because dangerous is actually spelled with a G. Good job. Okay, I'm going to think that we've pretty much fixed most of these. I want to switch to the second page. Are you okay with that today? Let's switch over here and see what we can find, because I know that I left a couple of errors for us to practice today. All right, so let's start here at the top. My friends and I try to do what we can to keep the courts in good shape. My friends, well, that's a possessive. Do we need that apostrophe? No, we don't need the apostrophe, so I'm just going to cross it off just like that because we don't need it. We're just talking about more than one person, right? Awesome job. Okay, so let's skip down and let's look. We need the city to spend money to keep basketball courts in good shape. We need workers to come out and fix what is broken. Oh, did we forget one more thing? Look right here. We forgot a period. So these are the types of errors that we want to make sure that we go through and find. You can see here, we talked about parents is not a proper noun. It does not need to be capitalized. But Mayor Brown is a proper noun, so we would want to capitalize it. So as you are going through and you're looking at your own writing today, think about, do you have capitals? Do you have periods? Are your proper nouns, your common nouns, are they punctuated correctly? Because that is what we're doing with editing. Find someone who can help read it. It's going to improve your writing. And then send it to me because I'd love to check it out. All right, thanks for hanging with me today as you're getting ready for school. Remember, you are responsible for your learning success, so listen, ask questions, and share your ideas because together we can do so much more. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
To a brand new day, time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.